Welcome to the Gurmat approach to the panic pandemic. We all seem to be affected by this virus, this mental virus, which has created a huge amount of panic around us. It's important to realize that the panic and the fear that we are experiencing is in fact making us far more susceptible to infection than if we were looking at this in a calm and a collective manner. So we're going to try and present to you practical methods that you can take now, which will enable you to reinforce your body's own system to fight off infections, to strengthen your immunity, to enhance your immune system, and to ensure that the body has all the resources that it needs to repair itself, to restore itself, and to recover should we have any impact of any illnesses around us. Something to understand about the coronavirus itself is that the coronavirus is a number of viruses which are the common flu or cold viruses. All of us possess this. However, the COVID-19 is a bioengineered element that has been inserted into the coronavirus in order to make it far more harmful. We've got to recognize that the body is a self-healing system. Irrespective of what we attack the body with, if the body has a strong immune system, if the body has the resources within itself in terms of minerals, proteins, etc., then it can fight off pretty much any kind of infection. So, health, according to Gurmat, has four elements: mental health, emotional health, physical health, and transpersonal health. In order to maintain mental health, which is also known as santok or peace of mind, we need to practice mindfulness. Why do we need to practice meditation or mindfulness? Because it will switch off the flight-fright response system that we experience when we are threatened in any way, either through the propaganda that we're constantly hearing on the TV, or if there is a real threat. So it can be a real threat or a perceived threat. What this does is it pushes our mind into a flight-fright response system. The flight-fright response system changes our blood pressure, it changes our heart rate, it produces cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine, all these chemicals that have huge impact within our body. The most important impact is that with chronic fear, with chronic stress, your body's immunity falls drastically. So by being fearful, by being panicky, we're actually making ourselves more susceptible to infections. So how do we stop this? We stop this simply by becoming present and by focusing on meditation. So my recommendation would be to start off with mindfulness body scan, ideally twice a day if you can, and do this over a week to 2 weeks, and you will find that you become more present within the body and less likely to be in the storytelling mind, which can quite easily take us into the flight-fright response system. The second thing is that after you have cultivated some level of meditation or mindfulness through body scan, is to then move into mindfulness of breath. Mindfulness of breath is quite an easy way to become present. However, we need to first consolidate our practice, which is why body scan works so well. So mindfulness of the body, then mindfulness of the breath. And this will then enable us to switch off this flight-fright response system, enabling our body to return to its homeostatic balance. This is for mental health. So we move away from fear and we become content. Thus, emotional health, the best way to deal with our emotional health is to use the Hirda meditation or the heart coherence meditation. When we become fearful, our heart rate variability changes, which means that we suffer from the impact of being fearful for several hours even after the fear has gone. So how do we restore the body's immunity? How do we restore the body's balance? The most effective way to deal with emotional health is the Hirda meditation. The Hirda meditation is also known as a heart coherence meditation. This meditation is practiced by placing the palm of your hand across your chest. Left hand for men goes first, right hand on top, and for women it's the other way around. Bring your focus to where you can feel the pressure of the palm across your chest. Make sure that you are synchronizing this with your breath. All that means is that as we breathe in and as we breathe out, we maintain our focus where the palm touches our chest. After a minute or two, allow your mind now to count 1 to 5 as you breathe in, 1 to 5 as you breathe out. And you maintain this for about a minute or two. After this, you slow your breath down. So now, as you're breathing in, you count 1 to 7. And as you breathe out, you count 1 to 7. You maintain this for another minute or so, and then you slow your breath down again. And now you count 1 to 8, or whatever is comfortable for you as you breathe in, 1 to 8 as you breathe out. Again, you maintain this for about a minute or so. One good method to ensure that you slow your breath down is to imagine that you have a very delicate feather just beneath your nose. So you need to breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly so you don't disturb the feather. Once your breath has slowed down the second time and you feel that it has slowed down, your focus is still on your chest. You draw a very deep breath in. You bring to your mind either something that brings a sense of appreciation, gratitude, compassion, or love. If you're unable to do this, then a big smile and relax. Allowing the breath to escape by itself. The Hirda meditation has a huge impact on your body. It balances your nervous system. It balances your hormonal system, your biochemical changes that have taken place as a result of being in a fearful state. It improves your immunity, enhances your immunity, and strengthens your immunity. And most importantly, it strengthens your electromagnetic field, something that emanates from the heart, making it stronger and therefore more resilient, and also ensuring that the body has enough electrical charge in order for it to repair itself. The body is an electrical system. It's effectively a community of batteries with all your cells. It is important to ensure that the body remains alkaline and not acidic. So doing the heart meditation helps us alkaline our body. The third element that we have for our health is physical health. And for physical health, there are a number of things we can do. The first thing we can do is to ensure that we drink plenty of warm water, but also eat food which is green, in particular that has prana in it. Make sure that the food that is processed, fizzy drinks are avoided. These kind of foods can be extremely dangerous and damage our body, especially when we are feeling vulnerable. Warm foods are better than cold foods. Next, we increase the chi in our body. Now the chi is the life-giving energy of your body. So how do you do this? You do this by practicing Tai Chi, Qi Gong, or some types of yoga. Also, walking out where there is greenery, there are plants, there are trees, can make a massive difference to our chi levels. Walking barefoot on the ground, particularly grass, early in the morning, has a huge therapeutic impact. It enables us to earth ourselves. It removes any damaging toxins, but more importantly, because we are earthed, it allows our body to bring in negative charge, so we become more alkaline as opposed to acidic. And the third and the most important element of this is to provide your body with the resources so it can repair itself, it can recover, and also it can restore itself. And the way we do this is to use Ayurvedic supplements. Ayurvedic supplements like Charanprasth, Neem, Tulsi, Trifla, Brahmi. There are a whole range of supplements which are incredibly valuable in this time to restore your body's health system, to ensure it has all the resources to repair itself and to recover from any ill health. The fourth element is to do with our transpersonal health. This virus, this fear, we should bless this fear. Why should we bless this fear? Because this fear has brought you to a position where you are face to face with your mortality. Being face to face and acknowledging our mortality has a huge therapeutic impact on us. It allows us to recognize what we are attached to. It allows us to recognize things that are of value, and it allows us to prioritize things that are meaningful and purposeful in our life, such that our activities become meaningful and purposeful, so that our life becomes meaningful and purposeful. So as hard as it is that we have this panic going on around us, it is extremely important to recognize that this is also a blessing. Dukkadaru sukh rogapya, that our suffering becomes our medicine when our complacency becomes our disease. So therefore, blessing this suffering allows us to befriend it and not see it as an enemy. And therefore, we are not running away from anything, but we are maintaining our own stability and our own sense of self. So to summarize, there are 4 elements to your health according to Gurmat: mind, mental health, emotional health, physical health, and transpersonal health. For mental health, meditation, mindfulness is of critical importance. For emotional health, heart coherence, Hirda meditation is extremely important, particularly to enhance your immunity and to strengthen your immunity. For our body, the increasing of Qi, to ensure that we have the right water and food in us, and to ensure that we have the right resources within our body through Ayurvedic supplements, and obviously with 4 to face our mortality for what it is. Life is a constant state of change. The ego is always looking for stability and security. This is our time to wake up. This is our time to recognize what it means to be alive, what it means to have this fragile thing called life, and to ensure that we look after this gift called health. We preserve this gift called health, and we don't damage our bodies, we don't damage our immune systems through this constant fear-mongering. Some practical suggestions. 1. Do not get drawn in by the fear-mongering on the media. Switch off this rubbish. 2. Make sure that you have some garlic. As a chemist, microbiologist, I have some understanding of how viral and bacterial infections work. Garlic has a whole range of chemicals in it that tend to have an impact on the wall, the cellular wall, or the viral wall, and also on its protein structures. So having raw garlic once or twice a day can be of huge impact and benefit for your body. Thank you very much. Please feel safe, be safe.